What is up, gang? Nick here. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Thanks for coming back if you're not. If you have tuned into my channel before, you will know just how bullish I am on the electric vehicle industry. The EV industry and innovative disruptors are the center to my investment thesis. We have seen electric vehicle stocks surge this past year, and many companies tied to the hip to the industry at large have also felt massive valuation gains. With a Democratic government in office and Biden at its helm, the electric vehicle takeover is only expected to continue for the next quarters and years. Now remember, it's not only the EV stocks themselves that are surging, but EV related companies producing components to the vehicles and the companies providing these materials. Let's think of one thing that every single electric vehicle on the planet has in common. Well, that's easy. Some sort of battery producing power. Now, all of these batteries have common components and most notably some form of metal. In this video, I want to highlight a very unique company that is positioned extremely well for the coming landscape. This one is going to be fun. Buckle up. Shout out to everyone on the Discord channel. We are up massive on our penny stock portfolio and our EV portfolio. If you want to join, you can gain access to my real-time trades and exclusive portfolios through our Patreon page. We now have more than 1,000 members on our Discord channel, and it really is an amazing spot. There's under the radar stocks, more content, and really great scoops in there. Join our Patreon page. Like I said, I will be posting every single one of my trades moving throughout 2021. I finished 2020 with over a 50% ROI, and we're on track to do the same this year. I'll be releasing more content, and you know what? I just really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. There is more reward with penny stocks. However, this does come with more risk. Do not allocate any capital you cannot afford to lose. I am not a financial advisor. It's your own duty to come to your own conclusions, formulate your own opinions. Don't just take my word for it because I'm saying it on the internet. Disclaimer, this is a sponsored video. Make sure to always come to your own conclusions whenever allocating capital to penny stocks. All right, everyone, let's get right into it. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to first go over who the company is, what it is exactly they do, and then why they may be poised to dominate in the coming quarters and years. I'll then finally be going over their balance sheets, statistics, analytics, and charting. All right, so the company of today's subject is called Nickel Rock Resources Incorporated, trading on the CVE under ticker symbol NICL. They are a Canadian-based exploration and development project generator. They are headquartered in Vancouver, BC, and founded in 2011. So Nickel Rock Resources, as their name obviously implies, are mining for nickel and also lithium. Now, if you've paid attention and invested in EVs, these two metals are going to be ringing bells in your ears. These two metals are obviously key components to electric vehicles and clean energy needs. Nickel is the most important metal by mass in lithium-ion battery cathodes within EVs. They actually make up 80% of the mass in cathodes, and annual nickel demand from EVs is expected to grow by 20% by 2030. Now, this is partially due to the absolutely insane surge that electric vehicles themselves are currently underway in. Electric vehicles are actually set to surpass gas and diesel vehicles sometime in the mid-2030s as the predominantly sold vehicle. Now, all of these vehicles have batteries, and the metals that make up these batteries and their component parts are feeling an increased demand. If you have ever looked at a supply meets demand curve, you will obviously know that as supply dwindles and demand escalates, well, the price of the component rises. It becomes increasingly rare while increasingly needed. That is exactly what is occurring within the metal industry right now, and especially for nickel. According to Deloitte, total EV sales are expected to grow from approximately 2.5 million just last year to a whopping 11.2 million in 2025, and then again to an even bigger jump to 31.1 million by 2030. Nickel, solely dedicated to batteries for EVs, is expected to account for more than 60% of the current global nickel market, and nickel demand could increase about 14 times over by the year 2030. Now at that, lithium is also expected to feel an increase, being a component of lithium-ion batteries, and may increase about 9 times in the same time frame. We can also see this demand playing out in the actual price point of the metal, nickel itself. Just look at this graph over the past few months and quarters. We can see the intense surge in the valuation over such a short period of time. Now, its 1-year nickel spot has almost doubled in value, and its trajectory line is actually quite stable and ironed out rather than sharp crests and troughs. This may indicate that it could continue in this trajectory trajectory line. Now, Nickel Rock Resources is harnessing this increased demand in nickel currently in their mining expeditions. They have mining facilities in mineral-rich British Columbia and Nevada. These are extremely mineral-rich locations, with Nevada being ranked around 3rd and BC ranked around 5th of approximately 112 mining jurisdictions. They have around 9 mineral claims in 3 different groups, with 100% interest on over 6,000 hectares and option to acquire 100% interest on 1,400 hectares. Now, this stock has been surging in the past few months, along with this increase in nickel spot. It is coming off a high. However, some think this may have been only due to the intense Wall Street bets thread that was falsely pushing up a lot of the resources, and specifically precious metal stocks, and may have leaked into Nickel Rock Resources. It seems to have corrected now, but it's important to point out that they are up hundreds of percentage points from just last year. Since just last September, they're trading up over 800%, and in just the past couple of months, they're up over 250%. It's clear that the investor interest is growing. Now, looking at the company, they are a nano cap company with a market cap of 26.7 million. They have a massive 52-week delta with a high of 1.18 and a low of only 15 cents. They're sitting at 59 cents Canadian. They have a fairly stable beta of 1.34 and posted EPS at negative 0.85 cents loss per share. They have a decent price to book of $15.95, have just under 1 million in cash at 967.51 thousand, so they will have to raise capital in the short term. One of my favorite aspects of this company is just how robust their current ratio is at 27.33, indicating far more assets relative to liabilities. They have a small float of only 31.17 million shares, so when good news is announced, shares will typically surge. However, always remember that the same can be noted of the opposite. This is important. They have a very experienced management staff with Robert Setter as president and CEO. He has been a consultant with publicly traded companies for over a decade. He has sat on the boards of 2 other listed mining companies and holds a degree in economics from UBC. Jack Honest is their direct with corporate management experience and business development. The list goes on and on. I've talked extensively about how bullish I am on nickel, lithium, and copper in previous videos. I really do think these metals will feel a huge surge in valuation over the next few months, quarters, and years. With the rise of electric vehicles, these metals will remain in demand, and with a dwindling supply, these mining companies may be the beneficiaries to this. Check out the Patreon page if you haven't. Like I said, I'll be posting every single one of my trades moving throughout 2021. I did finish 2020 with over a 50% ROI, and I expect to do the same this year. Joining the Patreon page gives you exclusive access to our portfolios within our Discord channel and my up-to-the-minute real-time trades. You don't want to miss any of those. What a cool community that is. There's under-the-radar stocks. There's such good scoops in there. Really, we're all making that money. Remember to make sure to come to your own conclusions whenever allocating capital on the market, especially with penny stocks. There is more reward. However, this reward does come with more risk. Formulate your own opinions, come to your own conclusions, make your own decisions. This is your duty as an investor. Do your own due diligence. Don't just take my word for it because I'm saying it on the internet. That would not make you a smart investor. Anyways, everyone, I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Happy trading. Cheers.